storage, there's a simple problem with it. The more we have, the more we need. If the storage is there, humans will find a way to fill it. Once filled, we need to get more. And so it becomes a cycle. Digital storage of data in many ways follows the exact same cycle. Data storage has a long and fascinating history. From the early punch cards, which had 80 columns of numbers punched out to store information that were then scanned into the computer to read the data, to the ancestor of the modern hard disk drive, RAMAC, or RAMAC, a great sounding name, so I'll call it RAMAC from here out. IBM created the first hard disk drive-based computer, RAMAC, in 1956, which stood for Random Access Method of Accounting and Control. This room-size system used storage called the IBM 350. The IBM 350 itself was massive, containing 50 24-inch diameter platters. Think a massive CD. The storage system held 5 megabytes. 5 megabytes. So back to the storage cycle. At the time, 5 megabytes was massive, and at a price of $3,200 per month, the price was too. But we've always found a way to fill the storage, and ways to fit more storage into smaller technology. From the first hard disk drive to the present, the basic concept of how one works has remained the same, but the capacity has increased, while the size has shrunk. 24 inches to 14 in 1962, then on to 5.25 inches, and finally to 3.5 inches and 2.5 inches, which are both used today, but are being slowly replaced by solid-state storage. The 2.5-inch one is the subject today, not for its external design, but for the beauty within. Design of Things 7. Hard disk drive. Internal beauty. The hard drive contains a spinning platter with a thin magnetic coating. Data is written by creating tiny areas of magnetic north and south that represent zeros or ones. In other words, computer data. The external design of a portable hard drive generally isn't anything special. Usually just a monolithic little plastic, or in this case, metal brick. What's really interesting is what's inside, a place that was never meant for consumer eyes and is purely designed for functional purposes, yet is beautiful for its function. Let's get inside. Removing the cover, the bottom of the hard disk is exposed within a housing. Flip it over and we see the top of the hard drive. To make it portable, the hard disk is slotted into a SATA to USB interface. Let's take it out. Here we have the actual drive. Whoops, voided the warranty. Let's go further. Teardown montage. With the screws out, we are ready to go even further. Here we have the logic board. PCBs are always fascinating. This one is shielded and has a foam buffer. Underneath we can see various chips and controllers. Let's put this aside and go further. And with a little effort, bam, the cover is off and we're inside. Interestingly, well, probably because I missed a screw, the actuator arm, which moves around to write data on the disk, is connected to the top cover. And one final screw, and we have the platter. One of two, actually. This is where the data is actually stored, a beautiful mirror-like finish. The diameter of each platter is 2.5 inches, or 6.35 centimeters. When you are using your computer, the hard disk is most likely spinning at 5,400 or 7,200 rotations per minute, faster than a typical car engine. Remember when I said data is written by a magnet? The actuator is also moved by a strong magnet. The strong, functional, industrial design is quite ingenious and amazing to think about. It has to be designed well, as users depend on its reliability. Inadvertently, this turns out to create a beautiful product. In fact, most of the electronics we use are beautiful inside. Another example of beautiful design hidden in plain sight. We just need to know where and how to look for it. Look forward to another episode of Design of Things.